My name is Saint George. I was born in 275 and I am a saint venerated by the Catholic, Orthodox and Anglican churches. I am the patron saint of the oppressed and of maidens. My feast day is celebrated on April 23rd. I was a Roman soldier who suffered persecution for being a Christian. According to legend, I saved a maiden from a dragon. My image is depicted riding on a white horse, armed with a spear wounding a dragon. I was born in Cappadocia, in the central area of Anatolia, now in Turkey, probably in the 3rd century, in the year 275 at the time of Emperor Diocletian when the region was part of the Roman Empire. After the death of my father, a military man who died in battle, I moved with my mother to her native Palestine and was raised in the Christian faith. With great skill in handling weapons, I became a captain in the Roman army. Later, I received the noble title of Count of Cappadocia from the emperor. At the age of 23 I moved to the imperial court in Nicomedia, now Iamide, Turkey. Because of my combative temperament, I became military tribune, in charge of the personal guard of Emperor Diocletian. It is said that when my mother died, I received a large inheritance, but that I donated it all to the poor, causing a great surprise to the imperial court who did not yet know of my Christian faith. Although he was tolerant of Christians, Emperor Diocletian decided to eliminate dangerous Christianity, which he believed was the cause of the ruin of the Roman Empire, and to make the cult of Jupiter obligatory. When I began to see the persecutions and cruelties with which Christians were being treated, I decided to speak out saying that I thought this persecution was absurd and that all Romans should take up Christianity in their lives. In 303, Diocletian issued an edict that Christian Roman soldiers should be arrested and that all others should offer sacrifices to the Roman gods. Not wanting to lose one of his best tribunes, the emperor tried to persuade me to change my mind by offering me money, land and slaves, but I remained faithful to Christianity. From then on, I was martyred and then brought before the emperor, who would ask me if I would renounce Jesus to worship the Roman gods, but I always confirmed my faith in Jesus. Some historians say that I was tortured for 7 years. Unsuccessful in his attempt, Diocletian ordered that I be led away to be beheaded, so I died in Nicomedia on April 23, 303. Later, my body was taken by some Christians to Diospolis, present-day Lydda, Israel, where it was buried. Years after my death, the first Christian Roman emperor, Constantine I, had a church with a sumptuous oratory built on the site of my tomb for my devotion. My fame as a defender of Christians gradually spread throughout the East. By the 5th century, 5 churches had been built in my honor in Constantinople, which at that time was the capital of the Roman Empire in the East. Later, churches were built in Egypt, Armenia and Byzantium. In 494, I was canonized by Pope Gelasius I. I am worshipped in the Church of the Serpent, where there is a fresco of me slaughtering the animal, located in one of the geological formations of Cappadocia. Over the years, I was chosen as a patron saint and so I am venerated in many parts of the world, not only by the Catholic Church, but also by the Anglican and Orthodox churches. Other churches that venerate me include St. George's Cathedral in Istanbul, St. George's Chapel in Athens, St. George's Church in Moscow and St. George's Chapel in England, the main place of religious worship at Windsor Castle. The Church of St. George in São Jorge on Madeira Island in Portugal has relics of mine that were received by the Bishop of Funchal, Dom Nuno Braz, on the occasion of the celebrations of the 504th anniversary of its foundation in 2019. According to a legend, I, the soldier George, was camped with my Roman legion at a place near Ceylon in Libya, North Africa, where a huge dragon with wings lived and devoured people. It was said that the animal's breath was so poisonous that anyone who came near it could die of poisoning. In order to keep the beast away from the town, they offered it sheep as food. The townspeople, under the king's orders, gave their children to be devoured by the dragon, until the time came for Sabra, the king's 14-year-old daughter, to be sacrificed. Sabra left the city walls and awaited her fate. Upon hearing the story, I mounted my white horse determined to put an end to it all. But before I left, I demanded a promise from the king: if I brought his daughter back, the king and all the inhabitants of the kingdom would be baptized and converted to Christianity. The king gave his word and I went off to fight the dragon. After much battle, I struck the dragon's head with my sword and then thrust it under its wing. Thus the dragon was mortally wounded and fell lifeless. I bound the beast and dragged it to the city. I also took the rescued young woman. With the promise fulfilled, all the people of the city became Christians. Prayer of Saint George. I will walk clothed and armed, with the weapons of Saint George. So that my enemies with feet may not reach me, with hands may not catch me, with eyes may not see me, nor may they have thoughts to harm me. Firearms my body will not reach, knives and spears break without reaching my body, ropes and chains break without binding my body. Saint George, brave knight, intrepid and winner, open my ways, help me to get a good job, make me well regarded by all, superiors, colleagues and subordinates. May peace, love and harmony always be present in my heart, in my home and in my service. Watch over me and mine, always protecting us, opening and illuminating our paths, also helping us to transmit peace, love and harmony to all those around us. Amen. Thank you for watching this video. Leave your like and subscribe to the Living Hope channel on YouTube. Activate notifications by clicking on the bell to receive other publications.